Hello YouTube. First of all, I want to say thank you to my subscribers. I got about 51 of them last time I checked. And I just want to do a quick review on my Diamondback DB-15. And if you're considering this, you'll probably see this quite often being sold at Walmart and places like that. Got mine at a pawn shop right after Fire Armageddon, and I paid a little extra for it. And my pawn shop really is a little bit more extortionist in prices, but I wanted to give them the business. They're good dudes, so, and I don't make a lot of money off a gun, so I didn't mind. I paid $9.99 for it at the time. It's reasonable for the, there's still a scarcity on these types of tactical carbines. So, all right, I'm gonna just show you a few things. I did upgrade the stock. The one it came with was ATI 6-position collapsible. Wasn't that bad. It was just I didn't like it. I didn't like it that much. It got in the way. It had this cheek riser on it, and it got in the way of the charging handle. It got a Magpul MOE Plus pistol grip on it. I love these. These are excellent. They don't have the finger grooves, which I don't particularly care for. And anything to make it less like the one I had in the military, the better. I don't know what that is, but it's just something that I'm just trying to avoid for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, just PMag. I gotta load it up with these are Hornady, I think they're XTPs. Could be wrong, but these are actually by HPR. So these are HPR rounds loaded with the Hornady ballistic tips. I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to look it up, but maybe I'll put it in annotations. Yeah, one night I was bored and did a color fill. It doesn't come like that. This comes like this though. Put a little vertical pistol grip on it. It's got an M4 profile barrel. I put this on here. Of course, this comes with a standard A2 flash hider. I put a Yankee Hill Machine Phantom on it. I topped it off with a Vortex Strike Fire. This is the original generation. Awesome. And backup irons. Of course, also Magpul variety. These are actually in the ACU green, the Sage green. So they don't necessarily match the flak darker furniture I have on it. The biggest criticism I have against this whole rig is that it's heavier, especially with the aluminum handguards. They did omit full-length rails on the sides and on the bottoms, which I generally prefer. It's more comfortable. The grip is relatively comfortable. This is kind of raised right here, and it does kind of make it feel more blocky in your hand, but it's also flat on the bottom, which is nice, so you can actually lean it up on something like a shooting bench of some sort. It gives you a very flat surface to rest your rifle on. So my main criticism is that it's just out of the box, it's heavy. It's heavier than probably just a regular M4 style carbine. Another upgrade I made is here, the sling point. That's I think it's like, I can't remember who made it. It could have been Pro Mag. I have a BCM gunfighter charging handle. This is the extended version. I particularly like it. It just kind of pinches my. Alright, take two. Sorry, my batteries died and I need to take some data off of my SD card. But here is part 2. Of course, you'll see it in one video. I think I left off with the iron sights. Those are Magpul. Foliage green is the correct term. I think I said sage green, but they're foliage green. That's the definition. Maybe I'll roll a picture in of what these look like stock. This is not a representation of what it looks like stock. It comes without sights, any kind of sights at all. A2 pistol grip, ATI buttstock. They come with, I believe it's a steel magazine. I'm not entirely sure. I can dig one up real quick. I'll let you stare at that while I get it. So I do want to give a representation of what it looks like. Okay, that's what it comes with. I'm not sure if it's steel or aluminum, but it's a nice dark black finish on it. It's not like your typical gray AR-15 mags. And this is a good mag. I've had no issues with it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's even stamped with the logo. Here, you can see it pretty good. But it's stamped with the company's logo. So it's made in by Diamondback themselves, and they work really good. I've had 0 malfunctions with this rifle that I remember, and it's been a very good rifle. Like I said, you know, I replaced a lot of stuff on it. I just personal preference, and that also weighs it down. So if you want to throw accessories on it, with this rail, even though it's aluminum, it's a pretty heavy rail, so it's gonna be a little front heavy. Also put some cheesy flashlight laser combination. I don't use the laser as much, but I do like the flashlight, you know, for bump in the night situations where I think that an AR-15 is the amount of firepower I'm gonna need. I'm sorry, a little sniffly today. These are like made by, I think it's like Center Point. Sorry, I didn't mean to zoom in. Sorry. I think it's like Center Point that makes these. Got them at Walmart for like 40 bucks. For the price of, like, you know what, I might as well try it a laser out. This is a Caldwell sling, single position sling. I think Caldwell also makes some rifle rests, but I really like this sling. It's a basic, fairly basic sling, but it works for me. It's comfortable enough to wear. It's a little elasticy like you would expect from a single point bungee sling. That's about it. It's a really good rifle if you're considering one. I know Diamondback doesn't have the best reputation for the pistols, but I can certainly vouch for their rifles. These are excellent AR-15s. As far as the bolt is concerned, maybe I can take it down real quick. I have to take you kind of hanging off my neck here. So I got a little lanyard on the. Pop the mag out. Standard affair, of course, with all AR-15s. It does have a It does have the forward assist if you prefer that. I don't think they're necessary, but it's a nice feature to have. These bolt carriers are very good. They're just standard phosphated bolt carriers. You can see how they're being. I don't know if I can get a good picture of it. But I think they did a good job peening these. I think they'll last a long while. I have not really been tempted to buy one of those Nibbics or whatever bolt carriers and bolts, because this works just fine for me. To invest like $100+ in one of them fancy bolt carriers, I don't think it's necessary. I think Diamondback did an excellent job with these, and relatively easy to clean and reliable. So take that for what it's worth. They seem to be smooth functioning. I'll give you detail, since I have a shotgun for you, of the trigger mechanism. Pretty standard affair. This is something to consider. This is a commercial spec AR-15. It is chambered for 5.56, but it is commercial. The buttstock in particular is commercial spec, so that's something to keep in mind. So not every mil spec part will fit on. Well, I haven't had any problems with anything else, but the buffer for sure is commercial spec, not mil spec. Something to consider. I don't think it's a big deal, but some people it might be. Otherwise, it doesn't got a bayonet mount. Not a big deal. If you really want features like that, you could probably put a like a gas block on there that accepts these things. I don't know. I don't know if they come on the gas block themselves. I never had a bayo mount for most of my rifles. I only got one rifle with a bayo mount, and I don't even got a bayonet for that. It's a cool option to have. I would probably prefer it if I don't know, if I wasn't in a situation where there was like zombies. Yeah, I know it's kind of a stupid example. Just let's say zombies were real. That'd be kind of nice to have. Otherwise, it's a pretty standard AR-15, standard selector, standard bolt release lever, A2 style, M4 style. These nuts right here, these barrel nuts, I think they're called. I think they come standard in these kind of rails, but it's a little different from your regular AR-15s with the delta rings. So that's a little different. Some people say they're proprietary to Diamondback, but I don't think they are. Standard castle nut. Mine's kind of beat up because I've been trying to get it off myself and kind of hard. Talking about hard, this was extremely difficult to remove. I actually had to take it to a gunsmith. I was not gonna mess with it anymore after I bent my gas tube. My gas tube got bent. Had the gunsmith replace that as well while I was there, and it's running. Even with the bent gas tube, it ran just fine, just absolutely fine. So something to consider. That's with the standard magazine. Comes with it. And my preferred Magpul magazines. I just like Magpul. There goes the other magazine. It's kind of awkward. It does take a little force to get it in, but no big deal. I mean, you just have to slap it home real good. But Otherwise, I really don't have much bad to say about this. No real criticism except for the weight. And I could probably shave some weight by removing the sight, by removing the laser and light combo. I don't need that per se. Um, Maybe the pistol grip, but it's not going to be that much weight. But I think this rifle will weigh about 7 pounds if you take all the crap off, give or take. Mine weighs about 9 pounds right now, tipping the scales almost to 10 pounds. But it's not too uncommon for these kind of AR-15s, but weight will accumulate quickly. But it doesn't really bother me that much. I'm not expecting to carry this back in the woods for days on end, and even then, you know. If I'm back in the woods, I have more to worry about, in my opinion. But that's it. That's my AR-15 Diamondback DB-15 in 5.56 by 45 millimeter. I can only recommend it. You might want to replace the rails with something lighter if you want to save in weight. That's my only thing, my only criticism. But otherwise, it's a very well-made rifle, and this will keep me safe for those bump in the night situations. One of the things will keep me safe anyway. More likely, it will be just a pistol, but if I feel like I need to escalate force to a rifle, this would be my choice. Alright, thank you for watching. Thank you for all my subscriptions. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. I really appreciate that. I don't get much money off of these. I get no money, actually. I haven't made a single buck yet off of Google, but I do appreciate all the subs, though. It means a lot to me that somebody actually likes my videos as much to subscribe to them. Alright guys, I hope you have a great day, and again, thank you for watching.